Hello, it's me, Kent Peterson again. And this video, it's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be my plans on my first home. So you're probably wondering, I have a home, right? Well, not really. I live in an apartment. So I pretty much pay rent. So you're probably wondering, why am I doing this? First of all, let's go back 5 years, 5.5 years in the past. So before I moved into this apartment, I was pretty much living with my parents. If you people know what it's like living with your parents, sometimes getting away, man. Like I'll be in my room sometime. They would literally walk into my room. They always want to know where I'm going. So you know how that is. Sometimes you really don't want to tell people where you're going. You really don't. Which I don't now. So I pretty much moved into his apartment back in 2016 of April. Now, why did I move into his apartment? I saw the rent, and the rent was pretty cheap. And it was $534 every single month. So I did like that price. I'm like, you know what? I can still save a bit amount of money with that. And you're probably wondering, $534 a month? Do you live in the ghetto, Kent? No, I do not live in the ghetto. I know if you're living in California or in New York, it's probably hard for your mind to comprehend that. Because I know it is expensive in those two states. But no, I don't live in the ghetto. At least I don't think it's ghetto. And I haven't really had any problems where I live. Only 2 times somebody tried to get into my place. I mean, they weren't criminals. The first time was a girl. It was last year. She was trying to get into my apartment. She thought she was trying to get into her friend's place, but it was my place. And the apartment she was looking for actually does look identical to my apartment. So I'm like, okay, I can understand why she got mixed up. And this girl, I mean, she wasn't ugly. She wasn't too bad looking. She actually looked like a nerd. But of course, I'm more attracted to nerds now that I'm older. When I was younger, I didn't find nerds as attractive. It's weird. When I was younger, I did not find girls with glasses attractive at all. But now I do. It's weird. But anyway, again, this year, earlier in the year, somebody else was trying to get in my place. And I'm thinking, if it's that same girl, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to let her in. Maybe we can both have drinks. I never did get her name either. Maybe it's God trying to get us back together. Not back together, but trying to get us together. But of course, it was some Mexican guy that was drunk. He had the wrong place. But other than that, I don't really have any problems with my apartment complex. I mean, a laundromat is dirty. That's pretty much the most complaint I have, is that laundromat. So like, you know what? Kent Peterson, you have it made. You only pay like $534 a month for your apartment. Why don't you just stay there? Well, here's the thing with y'all viewers. I don't know how old my viewers are, but I know some of y'all probably still love your parents, or many of y'all. Rent goes up over time, man. So guess how much my apartment complex costs now? It costs $675. So yes, that's a bit different from $534. And I just recently signed another lease. And that next lease is gonna be $715. So yes, that's a bit different. So I didn't even know rent went up that fast. Also, I knew it went up over time, but I thought it was like a lot slower. But damn, It just shot up. I mean, I would have never moved into this apartment complex if it would have been that much back in 2016. So, one thing when you have your own home, the payments are like pretty set. So if your rent is like, not rent, but your mortgage on your home is like $750 every single month, guess what? It's gonna stay $750. It's not gonna shoot up to like $800 the next year. It's gonna stay $750. So it's consistent. That's why I like things to stay consistent. So that's one reason I want to move. That's one reason I'm doing this, of course. And then the second reason, I want more space. Because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, of course. It's pretty small, so I do want more space. I mean, my parents gave me like these couches. Let me show y'all. So you see these couches. There's one over here. Then there's another one over here. So these are like two. I know I can't really show it too good. Because I'm doing the film backwards so I can see my face. But those are like two couches I show you. Guess what? There's a third one. But since my place is so small, I couldn't get the third one in my house. So it's still at my parents' house. So I'm just giving you an idea of how small this place is. So that's why I'm doing this. When do I plan to move? Well, like I said, I signed another lease. Which starts in like August and goes to like December. So I made like a 16-month lease. And I plan on moving like by the end of 2022, maybe 2023. We'll see. We'll see how things go. My dad was actually trying to get me to move into a home this year, but of course I decided this lease one more time. The reason I do it this year because your boy Kent, he has some credit card debt. He want to put down some. He want to pay down these credit cards before he moves, before I move, of course, into a home. So I want to wait until I feel like I'm comfortable to move into a home. But right now, a couple of my credit cards are like kind of high. So the goal is to like get them like as low as I possibly can. Maybe even completely pay them off. Right now, I'm working on that PayPal, getting the PayPal down, completely paid. PayPal credit. I got into that PayPal credit because of Mike Walsnett when I was in United Freedom Team. Yeah, we know how that went. Now, what kind of home do I want? I'm leaning towards more to getting a condo than getting a house. I mean, do I hate living in a house? I mean, I actually don't. There's more work to a house. I mean, when it comes to yard work, I'm lazy, man. I don't want to do it. So if I get a house, that yard's going to have to be small. That way I don't have as much yard to cut. And of course, I do not want to do any repairs on the roof. But I could hire somebody to do that, I imagine. So I pretty much point that out. I'm kind of leaning towards more getting the condo than the house. Because with a condo, there's not as much work. I mean, there's some work to it, but you don't have to do as much work. So there's no yard. You don't have to worry about the roof. You just have to worry about the inside, pretty much. You're responsible for. Now, what price am I looking for? Well, maybe between the 100 and 200K as of right now, but who knows? It could change. How many rooms do I want? Obviously, more than the rooms I have now. I'm looking towards getting a 2-bedroom Because if I have like 2 bedroom, I can have my actual room, and then the second room could be either my office or a gym. Or I could just make an office slash gym in that second room. Now, if I have a third room, I have my actual room, the office, and a gym. But here's another thing I could do. With that third room, I could get like a roommate. Maybe charge that roommate $400 or $500 a month for the extra room. And guess what? If my rent was like, not rent, but my mortgage was like $400, guess what? If he's paying like $400 or $500, if he's paying me that much, guess what? I'm only gonna be paying like $600 for the mortgage, which is actually lower than what I'm paying right now for this apartment complex. So I'm just pointing it out. So that extra money, I could put some of that money in the bank account, some of it into investments. Or I could just make extra payment on the mortgage. I could do it. I mean, paying like an extra $100 on your mortgage, it could be a good thing. And some of y'all probably watch this saying, why the heck would I spend an extra $100 on my mortgage? I'm going to show you why it's a good thing. So he's paying $100 every single month. So this times 100 times 36. So that's 3 years. So I give you like $3,600 a head. So you're ahead by over $3,500. But guess what? Let's say you lost your job. You got 3 months of your mortgage paid off ahead of time. So you got 3 months to look for another job to replace that income you lost. So it is actually a good thing to pay an extra $100. It don't have to be $100. It could be like $25. Because even if you was paying like $25 and you did that for like 10 years, how many months are in 10 years? 120? That's $3,000 right there. So I pretty much point that out. Now you did $200. You just double it. That would be like $7,200, I believe. Of course, you don't have to have a roommate. That's just another option. I just thought I should point that out. So that's pretty much basically it. My plans on my first home. Lean towards more to get in a condo. Pretty much looking for a home that's at least 2 bedrooms. 3 bedrooms be good. I may or may not get a roommate. But another one of my plans is rent the homes out. I could either do this like right after I'm done paying, or maybe even before. So whenever I move out of my home, instead of like selling my home, I could just rent that home out for like $1,200, and that'll be extra money coming in. So there's quite a bit I can do with $1,200 coming in every month. I learned from you, Graham Stephan. I mean, I was planning on doing that for a while, but Graham Stephan, he does got a point. Because he's another YouTuber. He's also into real estate. So the plan is to have my own home by the end of next year. And you viewers right there, you loyal viewers, y'all can help me get my own home. I want to know how you can help me by smashing that like button. That way it helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And my videos be recommended to other people. And of course, the more views I make, I'm not going to say the word, but you know the deal. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Feel free to leave comments, like I said. And if you don't want to miss any of my videos ever, just hit on that bell button. That way, you will always be notified. But that being said, have a good weekend. Bye for now.